Hi everyone and welcome to my third video on running through pregnancy. Today I'm going to discuss my experience of running through the third and final trimester of my pregnancy. I was lucky that I could run up until almost the end of the pregnancy, although the running certainly wasn't easy and at some point it got noticeably worse every week. When I entered my third trimester at 28 weeks, my belly still wasn't that big. When wearing running clothes, you could still barely see that I was pregnant. And that didn't bother me at all, actually, because it meant that I could still get some sessions in. Although at 28 weeks, I ran my final track session, which actually coincided with the start of the second lockdown in the Netherlands. And that was quite good for me because it meant that I actually didn't miss anything, and so I had no fear of missing out any events, any nice sessions. But I have to say that even without a second lockdown, there was no way I could still complete track sessions. That was just too hard. So I just ran very short distances at a very slow pace. And when I got around 7-8 months pregnant, my belly just got so heavy and so uncomfortable. It was winter at the time, so I was running with a jacket, but at this point it was very much visible that I was heavily pregnant and it looked a bit weird. I felt like my appearance combined with my pace made me look like someone who had just taken up running to lose some weight. My pace was dropping every week by about 5 seconds. It happened really gradually. That was quite fascinating, actually. And I ended at just above 6 minutes per K. And of course I was only running for 20 minutes and in the end just for 15 minutes. And I had to gasp for air from the beginning until the very end. And this is what 32 weeks pregnant sounds like. I don't normally breathe like this. And the best part is I know it's only getting worse each week. One advantage was that I now experience runner's high after only 50 minutes of running. I just felt like I had completed some long, hard session when I just run less than 3K. Another advantage of being heavily pregnant was that I automatically started to take smaller steps because of the weight of my belly. As long as I've run, coaches have always told me to take smaller steps, but I never managed because it's extremely hard to change a habit. And now it just happened, and even now I'm not pregnant anymore, I can still feel that rhythm when running, and I think I'm now taking smaller steps in general. And that will be an enormous improvement of my running style. But most of all, I just felt very lucky to be able to run up until the end of my pregnancy. I stopped at 38 weeks because at that point my belly started to get really tense and a bit painful. But most women have to stop a bit earlier and there's not much you can do to influence it. I was able to stay fit during my pregnancy and I'm convinced that that is an important reason why my recovery after giving birth was so smooth, but more about that later. For now, if you liked this video, you might as well like my videos on my first and my second trimester. And next week I'll upload a video on my very first run postpartum. So thank you for watching.